Welcome back, NicknLex here. Thank you so much for joining me today to this episode of Music with Nick. We got another Thin Lizzy marathon lined up, and of course, who was it from? Of course, it was by Nick. Thank you so much, Nick. I mean, this is, I think, the fifth Thin Lizzy marathon. We're literally like going through like albums now with you, so thank you so much for sponsoring these. I mean, the reception of these marathons has been astonishing. Everybody loves them. They love your choices. I mean, but it's also like literally every song by Thin Lizzy is gold, so you know, I'm not even surprised. But you know, I think you know, we're doing something that people love, so I'm super happy that you know you reached out to sponsor another one. So I'm super happy because we're gonna explore some Chinatown. We're gonna do Sugar Blues. This is the first track from 1980. We're gonna do from the same album, Having a Good Time. We're gonna do some Renegade, which I like. For now, it's still my favorite album because I mean, I don't know that much, but of what I know, it's Getting Dangerous from Renegade 81. Then we're gonna do some Thunder and Lightning, which I also very much like. Someday She's Going to Hit Back. This is, I think, the last album by Thin Lizzy. Let me see. I think I'm right. I think I'm right. Let's see. Yeah. The other ones are just live releases. This is, yeah, their last studio album. And but we're gonna play some Phil, Lynott, and this one unfortunately is not on Spotify, but we'll do okay. This is Can't Get Away, featuring Huey. I'm sorry, Huey Lewis, but it says here demo. Maybe this is just the let me look for a better version where it doesn't say demo. But yeah, that's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna explore today. So let me just load up the songs and we'll get into the action. All right, all ready to go. We got the right version. Phil Lynott, Can't Get Away, and we got Huey Lewis also. But let's start with the Thin Lizzy program. So here we go, Sugar Blues from the album Chinatown. Here we go. If you're new to the channel, you know you can check out all the other marathons. There's some marathons that I did with Alexia. There's some marathons by myself, and then there's all these newer marathons by Nick. But all of them are like equally as good. You know, they're all first time listens. And yeah, check them out. And then maybe you want to come back here. Or you can also watch this one first and then go back. I usually put them in the description, or you can click on the video while it plays. It's going to say recommended, and you can click on the second viewing. And then if you like the video, please do subscribe or like the video, whatever makes you happy. All right. Okay, here we go with Sugar Blues. Let's go.
Especially if it's concerning my health. Oh no, I'd never worry. I'd much rather do something else. I'm changing my point of view ever since I got the Sugar Blues. Oh, that sugar, it adds a little sweetness into your life. Oh, sugar, cost to my life. You see, I'm changing my point of view ever since I caught with the sugar blues.
Yeah, so good. Wow, they're really like, wow, this is like advanced level Thin Lizzy. Like literally these solos are sick, you know. I'm loving this. The harmonic guitars, oh man, I mean, they're just like, yeah, like fuck. So good. I don't even know what to say. I mean, this is like 4 minutes, the song, and it's 20. I mean, it's like 2 minutes of soloing. This is like what I like. This is what I look for when I listen to rock and roll. You know, some amazing guitar work. Really also like not just really difficult to play, you know. I mean, and it's so good. Let's just go back. I'm speechless.
See, I'm changing my point of view ever since I caught with the sugar blues. Yes, I'm changing my point of view ever since I got with the sugar blues. You see, I'm changing my point of view ever since I caught me. Ever since I caught me the sugar blues. Oh yes, I need me a sugar beat. I'm not the type that would complain. Just give me sugar cane.
So cool. So I made an experiment the other day. One of my best friends in Mexico, his name is Hugo, and it's so funny because he does watch the channel, but he watches more, you know, the stuff in Spanish. He doesn't really speak any English at all. I mean, I've taught him some stuff over the years, but so we are like Iron Maiden fans. We basically started listening to the band at the same time, but he was more into Metallica, and I came up, you know, showed him Iron Maiden, and he was like, I don't know, you know. And then suddenly I think I showed him a song called Genghis Khan, which is an instrumental, and he's like, I got it. Like he literally, like, it's like almost like a light bulb went up, and he's like, yeah, like I understand now, you know. So it took him a while to just like from the, you know, the Metallica thrash to get into more like heavy metal, you know. So and the harmonies and all that stuff, and the bass, and it's just so different. And Bruce, you know, instead of like that attack that James Hetfield has. And then I got him into Judas Priest, and we just like been friends forever, listening to music, and we started to play guitar at the same time and stuff. So I was like, I'm gonna send him some Thin Lizzy. Let's see what he thinks. And I didn't know that basically what he said, and I sent him this song from their album. Let me see, I got it right here. So let's see what you think. From the Fighting album, and I send him. Oh man, where is it? Give me a second. The one where I was like losing my mind because it sounded so much like Iron Maiden. I wanted to see what he had to say about this. God damn it, I can't find it. It's one where I think it was Wild One, or For Those Who Love to Live, I think. But you know what he said? He said, oh yeah, it sounds like a mixture between Jimi Hendrix and Deep Purple. And I was like, so he didn't get like the Iron Maiden reference. And I think because, I mean, Phil's voice, it's not as deep as Jimi Hendrix's voice, but it has, you know, you can hear, you know, it's not like a operatic voice. It's more like, it's literally, yeah, I think they do have, you know, deep voices. And but the Deep Purple part, I was like, why would he say Deep Purple? It sounded more like, I think I said it sounds like ZZ Top meets Iron Maiden. But well, I guess, you know, because I asked him, what does this remind you of? And I wanted him to say Iron Maiden, but he said, yeah, like a mixture like Deep Purple, but if Jimi Hendrix was singing. And he doesn't know a lot of, you know, vocalists, black vocalists. So I think he just went with the first one that got into his mind, you know. But yeah, what do you think about that, you know? Just like a thing that I wanted to mention. But yeah, for me, Phil, he has such a unique voice. He reminds me more of Mark Knopfler for some reason. And I never had thought of Jimi Hendrix as like comparison, because Jimmy is like very low, you know, like, I don't know, I can't do it. Okay, so Having a Good Time is the next tune. This was like a power trip. Sugar Blues was really a showcase of like guitar solos, and the way they were like doing these little licks, like, you know, really, really cool. Okay, Having a Good Time is next. Let's go.
If you're political, practical, then it's improbable that you do anything. But me and my buddies, we like to go crazy. We like to go over the hill. Hey woman, will you be there? 'Cause my buddies and I will. Having a good time. Have some of my life. We'll be having a good time. It's a rock and roll. got gum and a weed. We'll be having a good time, passing the ballet, having a good time. It's a rock and roll pastime. Let's play that one more time. Hit me with that drum, Brian. Hit me as hard as you can. Oh yes, that's the way I like it. Do it again, do it again. Let's do it again. Having a good time. Oh yes, I like this. Having a good time. Typical, topical. Who cares? Having a good time. Political, practical, impossible. Having a good time. Don't ask me why, Jack. Having a good time. Having a good time. A wild time. Having a good time. Slipping on the inside. Having a good time. That's right. Having a good time. Drinking. What was your name? Nah, that doesn't rhyme. Having a good time. Just talking from the top of my head. To the bottom of your soul.
Awesome. It's so good. Every single song is so good. And even though it's not so heavy, sometimes, you know, it sounds more like rock and roll. But when they, I mean, I was just going to mention that I love the power chords. They always sound so, you know, so heavy. I guess it's just that kind of distortion that they have, you know, which is really effective. Especially even on the song Renegade, when that power chord kicks in, oof, it's like shivers, you know. So talking about Renegade, I think, is that the last one that we have to listen to? Because no, Mexican Blood would be the last one. And Fats. Yeah. And then we're done with Renegade. Wow. Crazy. All right. So here we go with It's Getting Dangerous, Renegade 81. Man, let's go. I'm ready.
Himself alone for the first time in his life. You know he's got a problem, he's gotta work it out, wrong or right. He's gotta work it out, he's so lonely in the night. He's gotta work it out all alone. Now who in the world would believe he's got another trick up his sleeve? To know which way he should go, which way should he turn, which way should he learn, which day should he stop, which way to the top. I remember him when we were friends, when we were young, way back then. I still can recall when we were small, how we tried his best to warn us all. This living on his own has turned his heart to stone, and it's all pain. He sits out on his own and eats his heart out alone in the pouring rain. Now who in the world would have known that just a few years ago?
This is what I'm talking about. There is this Phil's phrasing again. Da, 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 da. He has such a cool way of delivering the lyrics. Like his deliverance is amazing. It's just unique, you know. Nobody else sings like that. I don't know. It's just very good, you know. It's like, and it sounds 100% original. You know, it's I love the way he sings his lyrics. It's so good. And this song really has a flavor of the song Renegade. It has a more slower, you know, pace. The spoken, almost like spoken, you know, words at the beginning, just like Renegade. But this is an amazing album. Like so far, every freaking song on this album is so good. I think this time at the end I'm gonna play some Maiden, some early Maiden, because Bruce doesn't sound anything like Phil, because he's so operatic. But Paul, the first vocalist, Paul Di'Anno, it was just 2 albums with Iron Maiden, and he has a little bit. I think he took a little bit of Phil's delivery, you know, and even dressed like Phil. And let's see what you guys think. Let's get through Thin Lizzy first.
Years ago, his love could have grown and grown through the rain, the sleet, and snow. But the rain, the sleet, and snow chills the heart and kills the soul. So let the cold winds blow. What it doesn't see, it doesn't know. I remember him when we were friends, when we were young, way back then. I recall it all when we were small, how he tried his best to warn us all. I remember it still, I always will, when we were friends, way back then. I recall it all when we were small, how he tried his best to warn us all of the danger. He said, watch out for the danger. He said, watch out. The man is a winner for the first time in his life. He looks a little thinner, but he says, hey, that doesn't matter. But if you look closely, you will see a cold, smug, self-satisfactory smile behind his evil eyes. And now that he has won, it doesn't matter how or which way it was done. Now that he's in control, revenge is in his heart and soul. The power is at his fingertips. Vengeance is on his lips. But the power he fought to control, now it's got him in its grip. I remember him when we were friends, when we were young, way back then. I recall it all when we were small, how he tried his best to warn us all. I remember it still, I always will, when we were friends, way back then. I recall it all when we were small, how he tried his best to warn us all of the danger. I remember him when we were friends, when we were young, way back then. But now we're all grown up and we're strangers. said, watch out for the danger.
So good. Man. It's such a shame that he passed away. It's such a fucking bummer. So I'm sorry, man. You know, what could have been. And I mean, it's literally like almost 40 years ago, you know? It's insane. I mean, all the music we would have gotten, but you know, it is what it is. I think I said this in the last video. It's just like, wow, like what a huge loss. But again, I mean, what if Jimi Hendrix was still alive, you know? What would have happened? Or like Stevie Ray Vaughan, or, you know, guys of that caliber, like Jim Morrison. Yeah. To talk to like an 80-year-old Jim Morrison, right? All right, so let's keep it going. Thunder and Lightning. Now this, 83, yeah. This is the last one. Okay, this is someday she's going to hit back. All right. Okay, let's go. Wow, that was the solo here. I was like, is that a keyboard? Is that a guitar? But then it was like he was playing like these hammer-ons, but so fast. Like I have to listen to this um again, and I want to slow it down. I just want to see what he's doing. I think he was hammering pull-offs, but just like, and I don't know if he was using an effect, but that sounded freaking insane. And I think they were also using some keyboards there for chords. Wow. Maiden also started doing that like in 86, I think, the first time on their Somewhere in Time album. That's when they kind of changed the whole, like they have like 4 phases. Iron Maiden. And I'm sorry that I'm talking about Maiden so much, but that's like where I know, like really, I think I should do a marathon, because even a guy in the comment section told me I'm a huge Thin Lizzy fan, but I've only heard 3 Iron Maiden songs. I'm like, but I mean, he could say the same thing to me, you know. But yeah, it was like the first Iron Maiden is like their first 2 albums with the first singer, and that was like more like a punk. It sounds like, I don't know. It sounds different because of the vocalist gives it such a punkish kind of vibe. And then Bruce comes along, Bruce Dickinson, and then they do Number of the Beast, Peace of Mind, Power Slave, which are like, I think, the most important albums, like those 3. That's, I call it like the trilogy of Bruce Dickinson, and they develop this amazing sound and they become world famous. And then comes the third, I think there's like 5. The third outing is like when they start to do Somewhere in Time, Seventh Son of a Seventh Son. That's their prog phase. They're super proggy keyboards, longer songs with 4 or 5 solos, really cool with bass solos. And then suddenly, then it comes like the 4th style, which is Adrian Smith, the guitar player, leaves the band, and this guy Janet Gerst joins in, and it sounds just like rock. It doesn't sound like Iron Maiden anymore. Actually, my least favorite era of them. And then they release another album called Fear of the Dark, and then Bruce leaves the band, and then 2 albums. There's actually like 6 then. 6. So that's the 4th, and then the 5th is with the new vocalist, 2 albums. That Iron Maiden is not very good. It's just like not the same. And then the last, in 1999, Bruce Dickinson joins again, and Adrian Smith joins back. So they have now 3 guitars, and that's like the sound they've had for the last 20 years, you know, for the last 24 years. And that is just, that's insane. A 3-piece. And I saw them live with 3 guitars and Bruce, and they're just like, and they don't sound like in the 90s or the 80s. They just sound like this. That's the ultimate, you know, like that's their style now. And I like it, but I've never been a fan of their 99 lineup and what the last 8 like albums they've released. I've never been like such a fan. I've listened to them, but I don't know because I didn't have the CDs to look into the booklets, because everything, the first 10 albums, I know literally everything by memory, the lyrics, the names of the songs, the years, and who's in the band. But then yeah, I just like, that's crazy to say that so long ago I stopped listening to them like religiously. I guess, you know, when I actually started to listen to them, then Bruce Dickinson was already gone, you know, so I was literally like exploring their catalog when they were already in their like 5th version of being, you know, the band. Well, enough of Iron Maiden, you know. I'm gonna play something at the end, but let's play the song that Nick provided by Phil, and this is called Can't Get Away. Here you go.
Thing that really cuts me up is that you never really cared for me at all. And some people say justice is rough, they'll never know how. Girl, I am lonely. Living on my own, wondering what I'm doing. It just don't stand up, girl. I am lonely. Wishing you never home. Can't get away. Loving you the way I do. Hearing you say, girl, you love is true. Can't get away. Loving you the way I do. Guess it's sorry now, baby, take a bow. I just can't stand.
What a solo.
Oh, baby. Still miss you. You know, the thing is,
I love how he's singing like, you know, an octave higher than usual. Phil here. Wow. So good. I love that it feels more like a ballad and has a beautiful guitar solo, but I love that 80s vibe, you know, that's almost like Journey or like Def Leppard, you know. It sounds a little bit softer, but it's beautiful, man. Very good.
You know, the thing is, now that you're gone, now I'm living all alone. I wonder why. Can't get away. I can't get away. No. Can't get away.
perfect, freaking perfect. I loved it. Very cool song. Man, what to say? It's perfect, you know. Like I can't wait to hear more. This is like I said this in the last one. It's becoming one of my favorite bands, and I'm very freaking picky. Picky, and they have like just all the stuff that I like about music, you know. So yeah. All right. So I have a little searching to do to see what I'm gonna play you guys. This is not part of Nick's marathon, you know. This is against his will. This is my decision to do, but I wanted to add something, you know, extra because Nick has been so kind. But I wanted to add some Maiden, but good stuff. So like, I'll be right back in a second. All right. So I took a decision I was not gonna do. I'm gonna play Iron Maiden, but the third album. I was gonna play something from the first or the second, but I rather make a marathon with something from the first, the second, the third, the fourth, the fifth, and that would be a nice 5-song marathon. But I wanted to play something heavy that's not that this song doesn't get enough plays. Maybe it's because of the lyrics. They're a little bit, you know, on the darker side. If you want to look him up, but listen to the music. It's really, really good. This is 22 Acacia Avenue from Number of the Beast, 1982. So here you go. I hope you enjoy, man. If you haven't listened to Iron Maiden ever, you're in for a surprise. Let's go.
If you're feeling down, depressed and lonely, I know a place where we can go. 22 Acacia Avenue. Meet a lady that I know. So if you're looking for a good time and you're prepared to pay the price, 50 quid is all she asks for. Everybody's got their vice.
Yeah, man, this song obviously doesn't get a lot of play. I think I just looked up if they play live, they do, but the lyrics, of course, are very strong because they're from the perspective of this girl's pimp, like, you know, basically the first half of the lyrics are just like, the pimp like saying, like, do whatever you want, and it's pretty like harsh stuff. Now that I listen to it, after like the state the world is in and stuff, like it's kind of like, I mean, it's always been harsh, honestly. And then, but the good thing about this at the end is like this guy's like, hey, let's get out of here. You're packing your bags. You're coming with me. So there comes a guy who gets her out of this lifestyle, and that's basically the message of the song. But I think the music, if you kind of like shut off your brain and don't listen too much to the lyrics, which is hard, but I think the music is amazing. This is obviously not the best, but because I want to do the best on the marathon that I'll do, and I would probably go with, on this album, Hallowed Be Thy Name, which is a 7-minute epic, or Children of the Damned. There's so many good stuff on here, but this is a song that I just have never heard anyone reacted to, but I could be wrong. So I hope you did enjoy. It is a bit different. This, especially this Iron Maiden, is different than LIZZY because of the vocalist, that has such an high, he does the falsetto and the opera voice, and so it's different. But I hope you did enjoy. Again, Nick, thank you so much for this marathon. Thank you for sponsoring it. I hope everybody enjoyed. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you guys in the next video.